Hello everybody, welcome to game number 162 on the 1969 season. It is the final regular season game in the 1969 NL Pennant chase. And it's all come down to this. The National League West has already been decided. Giants have already won that division, but the NL East has not been decided. Cubs lead by one game over the Mets, and the Mets play the Cubs here at Wrigley. And it's very simple. Mets win. There will be a one-game playoff, game number 163 to determine the winner. Cubs win, they win the East, and they'll play the Giants in the National League Championship Series. Whoever comes out of this will head to San Francisco for the first two games, as the first two games are in San Francisco at Candlestick Park. And the winner of this National League East will host the games 3 and, if necessary, 4 and 5. The way that format will work. All right, let's look at the starting pitchers for today's game. Let's move who I had out there originally. It is Bill Hands and Gary Gentry for each of those teams. Bill Hands for the Cubs, a 20-game winner, and Gary Gentry 13 and 12. Look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Mets, Cleon Jones is in left, Wayne Garrett's at third, Tommy Agee in center, Art Shamsky in right, Ken Boswell at second, Ed Kranepool at first, Jerry Grody catching, Bud Harrelson at short, and Gary Gentry on the mound. So kind of a normal lineup there for the Mets. Now for the Cubs, primarily a normal lineup, but there is one exception to that. Don Kessinger is at short, Paul Popovich at second, Billy Williams in left, Ron Santo at third, Ernie Banks at first, Jim Hickman in right, Oscar Gamble in center, and some guy named John Hairston catching. Never heard of John Hairston. I had to go to the extra players, and I just printed them off on a regular piece of paper, did not use cardstock. But John Hairston, 1, 0, and a 0. So that is Hairston as a catcher. Interestingly enough, he does not have, I don't see a pass ball rating anywhere. Usually the catcher has two numbers, one for his range and one for his pass ball. So I'm assuming since he doesn't have a pass ball rating that he cannot commit a pass ball. I mean, looks like he only played maybe 1 or 2 games, period. One catching and one in the outfield probably, because he only had 4 at-bats. So just my guess. Like I said, when you're playing with these end of the season lineups and the divisions were already decided in real life, it can, throw off if you're trying to do a pennant race kind of a thing here at the end. But we'll do the best we can with it. Of course, Cubs, if they fall behind, certainly have Randy Hundley that they will substitute in for Hairston to try to get a little bit better player in there. We'll see how that goes. Cubs won the real game 5-3, the actual game 5-3, and pretty much it's all hands on deck for both teams because the Mets have to win to survive and send us to a game 163. And the Cubs really would rather not play a game 163. So let me make sure I got everything in here. Okay, I think that's good right there. Final focus check, and I think we're okay. All right, get this cord out of the way. So it's all come down to this, like Kenny Loggins saying, this is it. Bill Hands. Speaking of all hands on deck, the Cubs have their hand on deck in Bill Hands. See if they're in good hands with Bill. And Cleon Jones will lead things off for the Mets. And we're underway here at Wrigley, game 162. All the marbles. 3-3, strikeout 20 is too high. We go to Cleon Jones. 5-6, he's going to ground it to third. Santo right there, 1 away. That'll bring up Wayne Garrett, third baseman. 5-2, possible error on a throw. 6-5, that's a fly to center, no throw to worry about, 2 down. And that will take us to center fielder Tommy Agee. Hands, 6-1, strikeout plus against a right-hander, so Agee is gone. And nothing doing for the Mets here in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Mets nothing, Cubs coming to bat. And Gary Gentry finishing up the warm-up tosses. Don Kessinger, shortstop, will lead things off. 4-1. That's a hit by pitch, but that's too much, so no hit by pitch. Kessinger does get to swing. 4-4. And that's a star 5, which will turn into a fly to left. Cleon Jones, Johnny on the spot. 1 down. Here's Paul Popovich, the second baseman. And again, if the Cubs need to, they do have Glenn Beckert they can sub in. So I think anything, basically I'm going to play these guys through at least the 5th inning. 6th inning on, if they're behind, or even if they're not behind, I may sub them out. We'll see. But through the first 5, I'm sticking with these guys. 4-3 for Gentry. And Popovich is a switch hitter. Batting left-handed means it's a possible walk. 11 is a walk, but that's a -1 from Wrigley, so there's no walk, and Popovich will get to swing. 1-2. He lines it to third. Hit it hard, but right at Wayne Garrett. Garrett snags it for out number 2. That's going to bring up the sweet swinging Billy Williams. You can see he played 163 games, so apparently the Cubs must have had a game that got rained out or delayed, but they kept the stats, and that's how he got 163 games. I'm guessing that's how that happened. Gentry, 6-3. He's not tired, so there's no single there. 4-4. Split chance against a right-hander. That's a grounder to third. Garrett is there. Inning's over. So 1 inning in the books here at Wrigley. And we go to the top of the second, no score. And now it appears as though everything is copacetic as far as camera angle and view and all that stuff. We'll go ahead and have a seat and keep playing. All right, Art Shamsky, 300 hitter for the Mets. 6-5 on hands. Home run against a right-hander, but Shamsky's a lefty, so that's a blank. We go to Shamsky. That's a 3-5 for Shamsky. And he's going to single to right field. So that's part of being a 300 hitter. Get those hits on your card. So it's an attempt of 1, but a -1 from Hands, so no attempt. Hands does have a pickoff chance, so we will roll strategy for that. But there's no 20. So that'll bring up Ken Boswell. Infield is halfway. Hands, 4-6. Strikeout chance, but again, Boswell's a lefty, so that is a blank. Go to Boswell. 2-6. That's another single. Single to right field. Back-to-back hits. Can Shamsky take it to third base? Single to right field. You add 2 to the base running rating. Shamsky's a 2. That makes him a 4. Right fielder arm Hickman is a 0. So 1-4, and he will make it. 5, he's got to hold. 6, somebody's out. That's a 2. He makes it. So runners are now at the corners with nobody out here in the top of the second for the Mets. Boswell attempt is a 2 minus the 1 is a 1. Nothing happening. So Ed Kranepool, the batter. The Cubs now will play double play depth. They will trade the run to get 2 outs because they have confidence in their offense to score some runs. So they really like those 2 outs on a double play. 5-1 strikeout. May not need a double play. That's a strikeout. He strikes out of the 5. -1 is a 4, but that is a 4. So Kranepool out on strikes. A big strikeout for Bill Hands. And now a double play gets him out of the inning. Jerry Grody likely candidate for a double play as well. Roll for the strategy roll. No 20, so nothing to worry about there. Hands to Grody. 2-4 blank. We go to Grody's card. 4-6. That's a fly to center. Could be a sacrifice fly, but his sacrifice fly rating is only a 1, and that's not going to work. Now we'll check the arm of the center fielder. That is Oscar Gamble. He's a +1. Shamsky runs at a 2. That makes it a 3. So roll both dice. Red die is a 3 or less. He makes it. Only way he's out is if both dice are a 6 each. 2, he makes it. Sacrifice fly is a good one. So Jerry Grody, sacrifice fly, and the Mets lead it 1-0. But realistically, if the Cubs get out of this only allowing 1 run, they got to feel pretty good about themselves. Here's Bud Harrelson Roll strategy for Boswell. I don't think Boswell, let's see, he's got an attempt of 1. And that's a 1. So Boswell has a chance to steal if he wishes to try. It's a stolen base of 14, but hands is a -3. Makes an 11. Do you try to steal an 11? Well, you can get in the scoring position if you try to steal, but you're also going to get thrown out at the same time. I think they're going to try it, though. Boswell is going to try it. He's a 14. -3 is an 11. So 1 to 11 is better than 50-50. And, of course, he got thrown out. So, well, tried to be aggressive. Just didn't work out. Sorry, Met fans. I was trying to be aggressive. All right, so that's just the way it works. Caught stealing. 2 to 6 to end the inning. Mets do get a run, and Harrelson will lead off the top of the third. So bottom of the second we go. Gary Gentry facing Ron Santo. 3-4, that's a ball 1, so Gentry will try it again. 1-4, that's the ballpark card going to Wrigley Field for Ron Santo's at bat. 3-2, that's a single to left field. Ron Santo, a leadoff single rather. He has no attempt rating, so we won't do anything there, although Gentry does have 1 pickoff chance, so we'll roll for that. And you have to have a 20. That was a 1, but you have to have a 20 to get to that, and then roll the 1. So in case you're curious, thinking if you haven't seen the game in a while or whatever, it was a 1. Why didn't you pick off? But you got to have a 20 first. That's the whole deal there. All right, here's Ernie Banks. Gentry, 2-2, strikeout chance, and he got him. Ernie Banks is out of there, 1 down. For Jim Hickman, the right fielder. Roll strategy again. Nothing happening. 1-4, going back to Wrigley Field for Hickman. Now he's got a 20 for a home run, so if he hits any of those home run chances, it's automatically a home run. 5-4, and that's a single plus to right field. So that means Santo automatically gets third. And the question is, can Hickman extend this to a double? He runs at a 3, and the right fielder for the Mets, Shamsky's a 0. So 1 to 3, and he will turn this into a double. 4-5 he holds, 6 he is out. 5 he's got to hold with a single. So runners are at the corners with 1 out, and back come the Cubbies. Attempt of 1 for Hickman. Nothing happening. Cubs have the infield at double play depth. They're trying to turn 2 and get out of this. Oscar Gamble, the batter. Gentry, 5-6 is a range play. So the infield's going to be halfway, so they're going to lose 1 on their range. Gamble, 6-6, so it's a fly to right. So we're checking the range of Shamsky, who's only a 1 in right field. So that's bad news. Has to be a 1 to get it. And he does not. Is it a double? It is not. It's a single. Single for Oscar Gamble to right field, and that will score Santo to tie the game. Hickman looking to go to third. He runs at a 3 to get from first to third. You add 2, makes it a 5. So anything other than a 6, and he will get to third base. And he does, so the 6 being the red die. So he does get to third. Runners are on the corners. Cubs tied the game at 1 apiece. Oscar Gamble has an attempt of 2, but nothing happening. Johnny Hairston, the erstwhile PDF player, coming up in a big spot here in the second inning. He's a 250 hitter, so I mean he can get some hits, no doubt. And we'll see what happens. Infield is double play depth. 2-4, that's a blank, so we're going to Hairston's card. 6-6, that's a single to right field, so Hairston gets the base hit. And the Cubbies take a 2-1 lead. Gamble, can he get to third? He runs at a 3, plus 2 to go into right field, makes him a 5. So a 1-5. And he makes it, so he goes to third. So now runners are at the corners. Hairston has no attempt. For the pitcher, Bill Hands. Not a very good bunter. I think they're going to just have him swing away. Roll for a pickoff. Nothing happening. 3-1. That's a straight up home run chance, but he's a 0, so no home run there for the hands, but he does get to swing. 1-2. That's a single past the pitcher Gentry. And Bill Hands gets a base hit. It's 3-1 Cubs. To get from first to third on an S1, you'd have to have a 4 base running rating. Hairston has a 2, so he will have to stop at second base. But the pitcher Bill Hands gets a base hit. It's now 3-1, and the Met bullpen all of a sudden is seeing some activity down there. Nolan Ryan loosening as fast as he can loosen. Nolan Ryan, because Gentry just may not have it today for whatever reason. Kessinger, nothing happening there. 3-6 against the switch hitting Kessinger. That's an automatic out. Let's see what kind of an out it is. It's a 5, fly to left. So that's out number 2. Runners have to hold for the switch hitting Paul Popovich. 20, so there's a chance of a pickoff if we roll a 1. Do not. Nothing happened. Gentry, 5-2. That's a strikeout chance, and he does not get him. That's a 5. Minus the 1 is a 4, so no strikeout. Popovich gets to swing. 5-6, and he's going to single pass first against a right-hander. That's a base hit. And that's going to be all for Gentry, I think. See, Hairston on a single to right field. It did go to right field, I believe. No, past first base, rather. S3, you need a 4 to score from second base. So actually, Hairston is going to have to stop. He doesn't have the speed. He will stop, and the bases are loaded for Billy Williams. Now, do you let Gentry pitch to Williams or not is the question. How do you want to play this if you're the Mets? This is the 9th man to come up in the inning. Pitcher spot does bat second next inning, so you really like to get Gentry through this inning if possible. So they're going to give him one more chance. 4-2, and that's a potential walk. 11 is too high, so there's no walk. Williams swings, 3-3, flies to center to end the inning. But that's going to be it for Gentry. He's only going to go 2 innings. He's going to give up 3 runs. And I just can't afford it. I mean, there's no tomorrow for you, so you have to get the early hook, as they say. All right, Bill Hands comes back out. Nolan Ryan will be the new pitcher for the Mets in the bottom of the 3rd. It will be Nolan Ryan, as he has plenty of length. As does Tug McGraw. They both have good length. But you got righties mostly coming up for the Cubs, so they're going to go to Nolan Ryan as the next pitcher. Mets need a pinch hitter for the pitcher Gentry. Let's see who they're going to go to early on. Got plenty of guys on the bench, that's for sure. Loads of guys on the bench that they can go to. They're going to go to Rod Gaspar. Not the best hitter in the world, but he's a switch hitter, so playing the percentages. It'll be Harrelson, then Gaspar. And then Nolan Ryan will come in to pitch in the 3rd inning, which I'm sure he was not expecting. 3-1 Mets. 3-1 Cubs lead the Mets. Mets in dire straits. Bill Hands to Harrelson, 2-4. That is a blank. 1-1 pop to second. They're in dire straits, but it's a 1969, so they can't say they want their MTV because MTV wasn't around back then. All right, here is Gaspar, the pinch hitter. 2-1, double question mark against a lefty. It's 1-8, automatic out, but that's an 18. So had we used a better right-handed pinch hitter, they would have been out. So by playing the percentages, it keeps Gaspar alive and lets him swing. 6-2, single to short. So there you go. That's why you play the percentages. Even though he's a little bit lower in the batting average, you play those percentages for those reasons right there. All right, so Gaspar has an attempt of 3, minus the 1 is a 2. Nothing happening. Here's Cleon Jones. Pitch from Hands to Jones. 5-4 is a blank. We go to Cleon. 3-4. Star 6, that's a fly to center. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up Wayne Garrett. Roll the strategy, roll again. Nothing happening. Garrett. 5-2, potential error on the throw. 4-4, single to right field. Is there an error on the throw? Right fielder Hickman is a 4 error rating. That's a 7, so there is no error on a throw. But let's see if the runner can go. Gaspar is a 4. To get from first to third, you add 2, makes him a 6. There are 2 outs, makes him a 7. And he will make it to third base without a throw. So actually, it would not have been an error on throw because it wouldn't have been a throw. So even if this number had been a high number or a low number to fit into his error range, it would not have been an error because he made it without the throw. All right, so Wayne Garrett singles. That puts the tying runs on base with 2 down for Tommy Agee. He's going to attempt the 1, but again, -1 from hands, so that takes that away. We'll roll the strategy roll for the pickoff. Nothing happening. Agee against hands. 1-5, wild pitch, 7. It's a wild pitch. That will bring home the run. Bill Hands threw it away, and Hairston couldn't get it. So the wild pitch brings home a run, cuts the lead to 3-2. Mets look like they got a gift run right there. Nothing on the strat roll again. Hands, 3-1. That's a possible error on a ground ball. Agee, 5-5. Fly to right to end the inning. But the Mets steal a run there on that wild pitch and cut the lead to 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the third. And Nolan Ryan will be your pitcher. Nolan Ryan is on. He'll be facing Ron Santo, Ernie Banks, and Jim Hickman. 3-2 Cubs, bottom of the third. 2-3, strikeout plus, got him. So Ryan coming in throwing heat. 1 down, here's Ernie Banks. 3-3. Walk plus to a lefty, but a righty is a blank. Go to Banks. 6-5, ground ball to second. 2 down. And that brings up Hickman. If there is a playoff game forced by a Mets victory, it would be Tom Seaver against Ferguson Jenkins. They're going to bring out the best they have on both sides. That will hurt them in the NLCS because then they'll have to not have one of their aces start the series. So it almost behooves the NL East, if they want to win, to have the Cubs win this game and start with Ferguson Jenkins on day 1. But you never know. Just food for thought. Here's Hickman. 6-6 strikeout plus from Ryan. Got him. So Nolan Ryan not messing around. Cubs go in order, 1, 2, 3. We go to the 4th. It's 3-2 Cubs over the Mets. And for the Mets, it'll be Art Shamsky. Good hitter, but a terrible fielder. So if the Mets ever get the lead, he's definitely coming out, and they'll bring in another right fielder, Swoboda or somebody. Here's Hands, 6-1 strikeout plus against a righty, but he is a lefty, so free chance for Shamsky, and he takes advantage of it. Base hit. Shamsky can't field, but he can hit. That's a single. So he's aboard. Leadoff single. Rolling the strategy roll for Hands. Nothing happening. Here's Boswell. 1-3 strikeout chance. 10 too high. Go to Boswell. 4-3 fly to right. 1 away. And that takes us to Ed Kranepool. Nothing on the strategy roll. Hands to Kranepool. 5-1 strikeout chance. 8 too high for that. Kranepool gets to swing. 6-5 star 3. Ground ball to short. Could be a double play. He's a 2. They're halfway. Makes him a 3. Pivot at second, though, is a -1 in Popovich. So it makes it a 2. A 1-2 for a double play. And they turn it. How about that? They do turn it 6-4-3 to end the inning. So nothing doing there. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Still 3-2 Cubs. Nolan Ryan back out. He faced 3 batters. He can face 8, so he's good to go. He is scheduled to bat 3rd next inning, so I think they're just going to try to get 2 innings out of Nolan Ryan and then flip it over to Tug McGraw. after that, so we'll see how it plays out. Gamble leads off. 5-1, strikeout chance, got him. One down. Here's Hairston, the little paper thin card there, kind of stuck behind the regular card. Here's Hairston. 5-3, that's a range play. 1-1, single to the first baseman. Kranepool is a 3. And he can't get it. It's a base hit, so Hairston's 2 for 2. And that's going to bring up the pitcher. Hands. Check for a balk. No balk. Ryan to Hands. 4-5, and that's a potential wild pitch. 17 is too high. They'll try it again. Hands is swinging away, is not bunting. 3-2, strikeout chance, and he struck him out. So that's 2 down. And that'll bring up Kessinger. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Ryan, 4-6, walk chance. That's a 9. He walks at a 10. -1 is a 9, so that fits. Kessinger walks, puts runners at first and second with 2 down for Popovich. Ryan now trying to get out of this. This is batter number 8. This is his last batter before he gets tired. Nothing on the strat roll. Ryan, 3-5. Strikeout plus 2-way switch hitter batting left. So he got him. So he goes out with a bang, does Ryan. He's going to go 2 innings and give up nothing. Question is, do you let him go a little further? Although he is tired now. So I think you kind of have to take him out because he's tired. And they will bring in Tug McGraw as their next pitcher. And Tug McGraw can actually face 10 batters before he gets tired. So Tug McGraw might be able to go 3 innings, possibly. But we need a pinch hitter as well. I already used Gaspar, the lefty, or switch hitter hitting left. So we saw the advantages of using the platoon there. So let's see who else they have that's left-handed or switch hitter. Not that many. Most of their hitters are right-handed. They do have J.C. Martin, a backup catcher that hits 209 as a lefty. But they also have Al Weiss, a switch hitter, hitting 215. Duffy Dyer hits 257. So I think Duffy Dyer is actually going to get the call this time. So Duffy Dyer is going to pinch hit. They do have 3 catchers. They do have J.C. Martin. So if something happens to Grody, using Dyer as a pinch hitter is not going to hurt them because they still have J.C. Martin. So Duffy Dyer, the pinch hitter. But first things first, it is Jerry Grody against Bill Hands. 4-2, range play. We go to Grody. 5-2, ground ball to third. Santo is the range check. And Santo is a 4. And he gets to it, no problem. So Santo makes the play. 1 down. Brings up Bud Harrelson, the shortstop. 4-2, another range play. Harrelson, 6-5, and that against a right-hander is a double to left field. Checking the range of Williams, he's a 3. He could take this double away, but he does not. It's a double for Bud Harrelson. Bud Harrelson, a big double. He is the tying run at second base. And now Duffy Dyer on to pinch hit in a big spot. Hands, 4-1, a range play at Wrigley Field. Dyer, 6-2, fly to center. Range of the center fielder Gamble is a 3. And he gets to it. So Gamble makes the catch. Can the runner tag up is the question. You lose 3 on your base running rating, so Harrelson will become a 1. Gamble is a +1, makes him a 2. But do you want to take the chance? You're already in scoring position. I think you don't take the chance. I think you hold at second base. You get thrown out there, you look ridiculous. And getting to third with 2 outs is not really much of an advantage. So they're going to hold him there. And it's up to Cleon Jones to get it done. Nothing happening there. Hands, 6-1, strikeout plus, got him. So it wouldn't matter if he was at second or third because Cleon struck out to end the inning. So the Mets threaten on the double by Harrelson, but come away empty-handed. Empty hands it, pardon the pun. So Bill left him empty-handed. There's a pun there, but I can't quite place it, so I'm going to drop it. All right, so Tug McGraw is the new pitcher. If I keep telling bad hand puns, somebody's going to give me the finger, so I better not do that. All right, so here we go with Billy Williams. Tug McGraw, the new pitcher. So Nolan Ryan went 2. And now Tug McGraw is going to at least go 2, if not 3, depending on how effective he is. First facing Billy Williams, lefty on lefty. 5-4, strikeout chance. He got him. That's a 3, I believe. Yeah, that's a 3. Some of the, because that's the 8 there. So yeah, some of these, I've been using this D20 so much, some of the white number is starting to rub off. But that will be a strikeout. 1 away. That takes us to Ron Santo. 3-1, strikeout chance. He struck out Santo. So Tug McGraw, he's not messing around either. There's Ernie Banks. 5-1, strikeout plus to a righty. But he will get him. That's a 9 plus the 10 is a 19 minus the 1's an 18. That will be a strikeout. So Tug McGraw strikes out the side in the bottom of the 5th. Keeping the Mets in the ball game. It's still 3-2. Cubbies. And it'll be the heart of the order. Wayne Garrett, Tommy Agee, and Art Shamsky stepping to the plate against Mr. Hands. 3-2, and that is a hit by pitch chance. He's a 5. That's a -2 is a 3. That's an 8. No hit by pitch. Wayne Garrett, 1-1's a fly to left. 1 away. That'll bring up Tommy Agee. 5-5, strikeout chance. That is a 6. That was a 6. And he will strike out. So Tommy Agee out on strikes. Brings up Art Shamsky. 4-1, range play at Wrigley Field. Shamsky has plenty of power. 1-3, however, he flies to left. So not deep enough. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-2 Cubs. Those 3 runs in the 2nd inning, still holding up. Tug McGraw back out, trying to hold the fort. Here's Jim Hickman, right fielder. 1-1, that's a possible error. 6-1 against a left-hander is a single to third base. So Hickman has that left-right split to his favor. Gets the base hit. He's aboard. He has no attempt. And Tug McGraw will have strategy rolls for a pickoff. But nothing's happening. Here's Oscar Gamble. Do they let Gamble... You know what? I think they're going to pinch hit for Gamble with Don Young, who's a much better defensive outfielder, plus he's a righty. So Don Young is going to take over for Oscar Gamble. Gamble was a 20 error rating, where Young's only a 7 error rating. Plus he's got a 0 arm versus a +1 arm. So Don Young is on to pinch hit here in the 6th. And since we're past the 5th inning, all bets are off. I can use anybody I want, because I made it through the 5th with no substitutions other than pinch hitters and pitchers. So now I can make any defensive or lineup substitution I wish for either team. So Don Young is up to pinch hit against McGraw. 4-2, that's a possible error on a throw. With a Young's card, 4-2 again. Fly to left, no throw to worry about. 1 away. Brings up Hairston. They're going to let him swing. He's 2 for 2. Why not? Nothing on the strat roll. McGraw, 6-1 is a blank. We go to Hairston's card. 1-5, and he's going to single again. Single past second. He is 3 for 3. He's only a 250 hitter, but he's found 3 hits in a row. S4, to get to third base, you need a 3 base running rating. Hickman is a 3. He will make it to third base. Runners are on the corners with 1 out for Bill Hands, the pitcher. And I think they're going to have him swing away. They don't want to take a chance of a bunt double play. Infield for the Mets is in. Nothing on the strat roll. McGraw needs a strikeout. 1-2. We go to the ballpark, Wrigley Field, for Bill Hands. 1-1. Home run to the center field, but he's got a home run rating of 0. So that's going to be a automatic sacrifice fly to center field. Anytime you have a failed home run check, any run on second and third automatically advances. So Hickman will score on the sacrifice fly. So Hands gets a sacrifice fly, and the Wrigley Field fans are giving him a hand. And the Cubs now lead it 4-2. 2 down for Kessinger. Roll for the strategy roll, nothing happening. Whoop, Suedice, we'll re-roll those again. 6-4, that is a possible wild pitch. 18's a possible pass ball. Grody's a 5. This has to be a 6 to be a pass ball. It's not, so no pass ball. We call it just ball. That's ball 2, actually. Draw to Kessinger, 4-5. Strike, I'm sorry, 4-5 is a walk plus. And after those first 2 balls, he ends up walking Kessinger. Puts runners at first and second for Popovich. McGraw trying to pitch out of this. 1-6, double question mark. Popovich is a switch hitter batting right-handed. 1-14 is a single. That's a 10. And another run has come in for the Cubbies as they now lead it 5-2. Kessinger to get from first to third on an S1. You need a base running rating of 4, and he has it, so he will go to third. That will bring up Billy Williams. And now McGraw is in trouble. This is batter number 10 right here, so last batter before he's tired. Strat roll, nothing happening. McGraw to Williams, lefty on lefty, 1-4. He's not tired, so there's no single yet. It would have been on the next batter, but not this one. So Williams gets to swing. 2-1, he flies to right to end the inning. And that's going to be it for McGraw, most likely. As he gives up 2 runs, it's now 5-1 Cubbies. And looks like they're getting close to celebrating at Jack Brickhouse's abode. As the Cubs fans are about ready to hit the streets out there. Waveland Avenue, I think it is. But it's not over yet. We still got 3 innings to go, so anything can happen. Hands can face 30 batters. He has faced right now only 22, so he's still definitely in good shape. Boswell, the batter. Mets better start making hay really quick. 6 is a strikeout chance. That's a 1. No hay made right there. That's just a strikeout. So I think those 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th kind of took the air out of the Mets bubble, or out of their balloon. 4-5, and that's a possible error. Crane pool, that's a 3, could be an error. 5-6 is a fly to center. Don Young's error rating is a 7, so it will, and it is an odd number, so it will be an error. Crane pool runs at a 2. So he can only get 1 base, he can't get 2. So it is an E8 on Don Young, but it would have been an error on Gamble as well. I mean, roll a 3 like that, most people are going to make an error. So Mets are in runner safe mode. No more strat rolls right now. Down 5-2 in the 7th. Actually, there are strat rolls, but they will play safe. Here's Grody. 6-6 strikeout chance. 12 is too high. Go to Grody. 2-1, and that's a star 1. Ground ball to second could be a double play. He's a 3. They're halfway, makes it a 4. Pivot at short is a 0. So 1-4, and we got a 4-6-3 inning double play. 5 or 6, the inning continues. That's a 3, 4-6-3 double play. Not what they needed. That kills the rally. And we go to the 7th inning stretch here at Wrigley with the Cubs leading 5-2. And now what do we do here with the Mets bullpen? I think you're going to have to bring in somebody. You're going to bring in a right-hander just to go 1 inning. Just to pitch this 7th inning. And then they'll bring in Ron Taylor to pitch the 8th. But they have to have somebody to pitch this 7th inning. Bunch of right-handers coming up. Santo, Banks, and Hickman. So they will go to their bullpen. Their right-hander, not Jack DeLore. He's lefty. Cal Kuntz, I think, is who they're going to go to. Nope, take that back. It's going to be Jim McAndrew. So Jim McAndrew is actually on. He will be on to pitch, and his job is just to pitch this 1 inning. Unless they want to do a double switch, but I don't see any place really where they can do a double switch, where you'd want to do a double switch. So I think they're just going to ride it out with Jim McAndrew. So each pitcher that's pitched for the Mets have gone 2 innings. 3 pitchers have thrown 2 innings each. McAndrew looking to pitch 1, and then Gentry 1, and then unless they rally, they don't have to worry about a 9th. Here is Santo. 5-2, that's a strikeout chance. 11 is too high, so Santo gets the swing. 1-4, grounder to short. 1 away. That brings up Ernie Banks. 2-4. 2-4, strikeout chance. 4, got him. 2 down. And Jim Hickman steps to the plate. 1-1, strikeout chance against a righty. 13, got him. So the inning is over. So McAndrew pitches 1 shutout inning, and he will leave for a pinch hitter. Don Clendenon will pinch hit here in the top of the 8th. They're trying to save Clendenon as long as they could, and they're going to bring him in the 8th because this might be the last chance to do so. Bill Hands still back out there. So it'll be Harrelson, Clendenon, and then Cleon Jones, as McAndrew will be lifted for the pinch hitter Clendenon. That's the thing with these September rosters. You got plenty of guys to go to. And then Ron Taylor will pitch the bottom of the 8th. No matter what the score is, he will pitch the bottom of the 8th. Okay, so let's see. 20. He can face 30 batters. Right now he has faced 25, so he's still good to go. Phil Regan, the right-hander, is in the bullpen for the Cubs, along with left-hander Hank Aguirre. So they got double barrel action in the Cub bullpen just in case. Bud Harrelson doubled his last time. 4-5, that is a possible error. But Harrelson, 2-4, that's a single to center. 17, no error, but it will be a leadoff single for Bud Harrelson. He is now 2 for 3. And, of course, no chance of any kind of a steal or anything. But Don Clendenon has a chance. He's definitely got the good power. If he can get into one, we got a brand-new ball game. We'll roll for the... No, we won't roll Stratton. Never mind, because they're playing runner safe. Hands, 2-6. Oh, it's a star line, so Clendenon will not get a chance at all. He is going to be out, and it's going to ground to short. Could be a double play. He's a 3. They're halfway, makes it a 4. Pivot at second is a -1, so that makes it a 3. 1-3, it's a double play. It's a 6, so at least the runner is going to advance. So Clendenon grounds to short. Harrelson will go to second, so they at least avoid the double play. But 1 down for Cleon Jones. Hands, 3-3, strikeout chance, and he got him. 2 down. 2 down, that brings up Wayne Garrett. 3-6, that's a walk plus. And so Garrett will walk to put 2 on. And now the tying run is at the plate in Tommy Agee. And this is batter number 30 for Bill Hands right here. This is batter number 30. This is definitely batter number 30. So we're going to have a double switch for the Cubs. Bill Hands is going to be lifted, and Phil Regan is coming in. Phil Regan, their closer, is going to come in. And Phil Regan will bat in, let's see, who they're going to substitute here. Let's see who they have that they might want to bring in to be a substitute. Looks like Glenn Beckert is going to come in and play second base. So Phil Regan's going to bat in Paul Popovich's number 2 position. And down here in the number 9 position, Glenn Beckert is going to come on and play second base. He's a much better defensive second baseman than Popovich. And he's a decent hitter, 291, no doubt there. 4-10 and a 0 versus a 1-6 and a -1. So much better range, a little bit higher error rating, but much better range. And so Hans' day is done. The Wrigley faithful gives him a nice round of applause as Phil Regan will take over. And he's got to deal with the very tough Tommy Agee. Agee is the tying run at the plate, and he does have serious home run power. So Tommy Agee will be facing Phil Regan. And of course, if we get to the ballpark card, there's a lot of home run chances on Wrigley Field. So never know what's going to happen at Wrigley. There's no guarantee of anything when you're at Wrigley. All right, so here is Regan. Will be a pickoff chance. Nothing happening. Regan to Agee. 3-3, that's a strikeout chance, and he got him. So what a big strikeout there for Phil Regan. Strikes out Agee with the tying run at the plate. And that's going to end the inning. Mets come away empty-handed and disappointed. Thought they had something going, but it just didn't work out for them. And now Ron Taylor will come in for the Mets. He will pitch the bottom of the 8th and try to keep things right where they are. It'll be Don Young, Hairston, and then Beckert for the Cubbies. And actually, they're going to substitute Hairston with Randy Hundley. So Randy Hundley is going to come in and catch, and he will bat second this inning. So Randy Hundley is on. Don't want to overuse this partial guy who's already 3 for 3. That may not be fair. 250 hitter, but he only had 4 bats all season, so he's already had 3 already. I think I'm going to limit him with that, and we're going to have Randy Hundley hitting. So it'll be Don Young, followed by Hundley, and then Beckert. 3 right-handers against Ron Taylor. 3-2 is a possible error on someone. Here's Young. 1-2, question mark 7, and I guess a right-hander. 1-7 is a double. That's a 3, so it's a double to left field with a possible error. And we got to re-roll for the error. The left fielder is Cleon Jones. He's only a 2, so there is no error. There is no error, but it will be a leadoff double for Don Young. Don Young with a leadoff double against Taylor. Here's Hundley, 3-6. That's an automatic out against the right-hander. And that's a 2, ground ball to short, 1 away. Can Young get to third base? He's got a base run rating of 4. Anything 3 or less, he'll make it to third base. He does not. He's got to hold at second. And that's big because that keeps the infield back at normal depth. If he goes to third, you got to bring the infield in. So here's Beckert. Glenn Beckert. 3-1. That's a single if he's tired, but he's not tired. So we go to Beckert. 3-3, and that's a pop-up to short. 2 down. As Taylor tries to get out of this mess. One last batter to get through, and it's Kessinger. 5. Well, hold on, wait a minute. Hold a second here. The pitcher is up next. Do we want to walk Kessinger intentionally and force their hand with Phil Regan? That's the question. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to intentionally walk Kessinger. And if they want Regan to hit, they can have Regan hit. Of course, if you pinch hit for him, you got to take him out of the game. But they lead 5-2, so I'm thinking they're going to let Regan go ahead and hit. Popovich was replaced, so he's not really the guy here. He should have been taken out. So I need the generic pitcher hitting card for the Cubs to double for Regan. So this will simulate Phil Regan hitting, because they don't want to take him out of the game. They're going to leave him in there. So Phil Regan, he's right here. Phil Regan is going to hit with runners at first and second and 2 outs. He is batter number 5 for Ron Taylor. Last batter before he gets tired. 1-3, a hit by pitch. Not going to happen. Regan, 5-2, and he doubles to, do you believe that? He doubles to right field. Yes, folks, that is a 5-2, and that is a double to right field. And if that doesn't put the game away, I don't know what does. Young trots in to score. Kessinger, who was intentionally walked, has a chance to score. He runs at a 4. There are 2 outs, makes him a 5. The right fielder arm is a 0, so it's still a 5. A double to right field, you lose 1, makes him a 4. So 1 to 4, and he will score. And he does. It's a 2-run double by the pitcher, Phil Regan, of all people. Phil Regan, with that pitcher hitting card, they found the 5-2. And what do you do if you're the Mets? You just throw up your hands and say, what the hell? There's nothing else you can really do about it. Taylor is now tired, and he will come out of the game. And they will go to left-hander Jack DeLauro to try to get the last out. So Jack DeLauro is in. Pitcher number 5 for the Mets. So now the Cubs are really glad they didn't pinch hit for Regan. That just, some things defy belief sometimes. Here is Williams. 1-4 possible error on the DeLauro card. Williams, 1-6. Ground ball back to the pitcher. That's a 1, but he's got a 0 error rating, so he will make the play to end the inning. 2 more runs score. It's now 7-2 Cubs as we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Mets. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of 9th inning magic on a 7-2 game, but we shall see. 3 lefties are coming up for the Cubbies. It will be Shamsky, Boswell, and Cranepool. Anybody gets on, Jerry Grody. Shamsky will lead it off against Regan. Regan can face 7 batters. He's only pitched to 1. 3-5, that's the ballpark card, going to Wrigley Field. 6-1 is a star 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. Ernie Banks fields it 1 away. So the Cubs revving up their charter plane to head to San Francisco, getting that revved up. 2 outs away. Here's Boswell. 4-6, that's a ball 1. 3-4, and that's a strikeout chance. 12 is too high. Go to Boswell. 1-1. He's going to single to left field. 1 on, nobody. 1 on, 1 out. Infield, or the runners are going runner safe, so no strat roll. Here's Cranepool. 2-5, strikeout chance 17, too much. Cranepool, 1-6, ground ball back to the pitcher. This could be the double play to end it. There's a 2. They're halfway, makes it a 3. It's back to the pitcher, makes it a 4. The pivot is the shortstop, and the shortstop is Kessinger. He's a 0. So 1-4, the game's over. 5 or 6, the game continues. It's over. That's going to do it. 1-6-3 double play to end the ball game. Cubs win. Cubs win. 7-2. The Cubs win. And the Cubs are mobbing the field, to borrow a RJL technique. The Cubs are mobbing the field, and they are celebrating, and they will be heading to San Francisco to start the NLCS. The first 2 games will be in San Fran at Candlestick Park, and then the final 3, assuming all 3 are necessary, will be back here at Wrigley. So they actually have the home field, but the first 2 are going to be in San Francisco. And I've already predetermined the 25-man rosters or 24-man rosters before this game even started. I predetermined that for both teams, no matter who got in. So I've already selected who the rosters are going to be, or who the the active players are going to be. So we got that all straightened out. And so they're going to have a day off for travel, and then after that, we'll be at Candlestick Park. Cubs and the Giants. And game 1 will feature two excellent pitching matchup, Ferguson Jenkins and Juan Marichal. Game 2, Ken Holtzman against Gaylord Perry. And then game 3, it'll be Bill Hands again. And I think I'm not sure who the San Fran third starter is. I'll have to look it up. But the rotation for the Cubs is going to be Jenkins, Holtzman, and then Hands. So that's a tough threesome to beat. And I know the Braves and the Mets won the actual 69 pennants. But as I'm playing these games through here, to me, in my mind, the 2 best teams in the National League are the Cubs and the Giants. And I think it was kind of proven by this simulation in this pennant chase, because both of those teams are just loaded. I think the Cubs just had a mental collapse or whatever, but when you got pitching like Holtzman and Jenkins and Hand, you've got quite a bit out there. And the Giants are loaded as well with McCovey and Bonds and Willie Mays, and you got Marshall, Perry. I mean, they got some solid players. So I'm not sure how the Giants didn't win the West. Atlanta, in anytime I've done 2 replays in replay baseball, 2 sims, letting the computer do it, and Atlanta has finished like in 4th or 5th place every time. So I have no idea how Atlanta won the NL West. To me, that was they got lucky or whatever, because their cards just don't stack up to be that effective. So to me, the Giants are the best teams in the West, and I think the Cubs are the best team in the East, even though the Mets came back and won the division. I still think, to me, the better team, if you look on paper, the better team was the Cubs. Now, they didn't win, so they're not the better team. Mets beat them out over 162 games, which is why you play at 162 to determine the winners. But I think if you run a lot of sims, I think you're going to have the Cubs and the Giants win the majority of the times. But anyway, that's why you play the games. So the 69 pennant chase is complete. Our division winners are set. It's the Giants and the Cubs. And I haven't decided if I'm going to play a World Series against the Orioles or not with whoever wins. I'll have to wait and see. I guess I could always play an ALCS to go along with it and play the Twins and the Orioles like I did in the 77 White Sox replay. I played the National League as played NLCS. I guess I could do that for the Twins and the Orioles. We'll wait and see. Depends on how I'm feeling and if people want to see that or not. Still doing, of course, only about the quarter pole point of the Nationals replay on Inside Pitch. So I don't want to overdo Inside Pitch too much. I really want to kind of expand out to some other games like Payoff Pitch and History Maker Baseball and some other things. So I'll see how it goes. I might want to wrap this up as quickly as possible. I may just play the NLCS and leave it at that. We shall see. But that's going to do it from here. So Cubs win 7-2, and they will take on the Giants in the NLCS. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.